beyond. Hopefully not forgetting all of us here at Mead Hall who have loved you and supported you, educated you, and I hope prepared you well for your futures. We are so proud of all of you as you come to this day, and we send you forth with our blessing. You've done amazing things in terms of your volunteer work and service, in terms of your study and research, the amazing and diverse senior projects that you have produced this year, the scholarship that has prepared you for wonderful educations beyond Mead Hall and to be wise, discerning, thoughtful, and intelligent men and women in your futures. You have shown your character. You have enlivened this school with your joy, with your energy, with your wit and humor, with all the uniqueness that each of you has brought, and together as a class of 2025, you shine bright before us today, and we are so happy for you. So enjoy this moment, treasure it and remember it. Remember all you have done and accomplished, and take that forth in your memories to feed you in your futures. I want to thank you parents, families, grandparents, for entrusting these young men and women to Mead Hall for their high school education. Much more before that for most of them. It is a sacred trust that we have, and we seek to deliver all of us the best education we can for them, the best nurturing, the best preparation, and I hope that in every moment that you knew that they were known and loved here at Mead Hall. Thank you for all your support, financially, volunteering, and in everything you do, upholding us with prayer, because all of that has been so meaningful to us in our work. I want to thank our faculty for their tireless effort in teaching these young men and women, in the hours put in to ensure that nothing is missed or overlooked, that they are well prepared and educated for their futures. I can't say enough about our faculty and the teaching they provide here at our school. I'm so thankful for our administration that supports and guides our faculty and our students, for our staff who works behind the scenes to keep this school running, and in fact, by what they do, supports our graduates and supports all of our students. We are so thankful for our church, St. Thaddeus, that sponsors and prays for and financially supports our school. To Dr. Marshall Jolly, our rector, the vestry of St. Thaddeus, and the whole congregation, we give our thanks. And we are thankful for our board of trustees who governs our school so wisely and with so much effort behind the scenes. I am so grateful for them. And for our alumni who continue to be a part of our community and support us and show the breadth of our graduates all over the world. I'm also glad to welcome our graduation speaker today, Dr. Forrest Mahan, the president of Aiken Technical College and a wonderful friend of Mead Hall. Our incoming our representative for the board, Mrs. Stephanie Ludwig, who is here for our board chair, Suzanne Osmond. For Mrs. Jan Waugh and Mr. Johnny Walker, here to present the Rich Waugh Award, Service Award, as well as all of our guests. Today there is joy and there is sadness. It's a full range of emotion, and that's what I love about this day, that we can be in it and present in it and experience it and be shaped and blessed by it. We will not have these amazing young men and women, students of Mead Hall, any longer as we send them out to commence their futures. But it is my hope and prayer that all of you will feel well prepared for your futures through your high school education, and that your futures will be filled with hope and promise by the grace of our loving God.
members of the Mead Hall Board of Trustees, colleagues, families, and friends, the 2025 senior class of Mead Hall Municipal School stands before you. Each member of the class has completed the requirements for advancement. I present these students to you for graduation and all of the rights and privileges entitled to them for their accomplishments. You may move your tassels to the left side. Ladies and gentlemen, the class of 2025. Students, you may be seated.
Thank you, Dr. Buck, and good morning to our teachers and administrators and to our family and friends. We owe you our thanks. It is because of you that we've made it here. And most importantly, good morning to my fellow classmates. The moment has finally arrived in which our days here at Mead Hall have come to an end. So we've dragged ourselves through these final few weeks of high school. I'm sure each of you, like myself, has been feeling the strangest, most confusing mix of emotions of our lives thus far. We have so much to be grateful for, yet we are in tears just about every other day at this point. We are so bored, yet so anxious about everything we have to do. We are excited and just a little bit terrified, or maybe I'm just projecting right now. Even though as a collective, I would like to say we've had senioritis since about 7th grade, finally being here seems unreal. The majority of us cannot be any more thrilled at the beautiful thought of never having to sit through another high school math class. I personally will never miss having to sit in my car to build up the courage to trudge through a muddy and flooded parking lot in the ballet flats on a stormy Wednesday. At the same time, there was something bittersweet about sneaking our phones under our desk for the last time in class. I almost didn't want to accept the fact that I would never have another chance to skip chapel and go grab a nice caramel coffee. 2 days ago, we received our last ever yearbooks, and as a senior at a small school overrun with middle schoolers, there's not much time for deep thought when dozens of already vandalized pages are being shoved in my face. However, in the midst of the bombardment, I found myself writing down what I believe is a pretty common sentiment. It's something that I've seen scribbled in the back of my own yearbooks of years past, in the ancient pages of my parents' yearbooks, in birthday cards and sentimental social media posts, and pretty much anything else that marks a significant passage of time. That sentiment being never change. When I wrote it for the third time, I stopped mid-sentence and began to think, well, that's not fair. If the freshmen I'm demanding to stay the exact same as they are right now, for the rest of my life, by some miracle does follow my orders, well, they probably won't go very far in life as an eternal 15-year-old. By wanting someone or something to never change, that would be depriving them of the good part about time passing and growing up. High school's been nothing if not 4 years of constant change. One day, your every destination is ruled by the generosity of your parent or older sibling, and then the next you're given a set of keys and set free. One day you're upset that your SAT score is not quite what you wanted it to be, and then the next you realize it really doesn't matter. One day you fantasize about getting on a plane destined for 1,000 miles away, and then the next you couldn't be more grateful that your best friend was only 10 minutes away. Some people you think you have everything in common with can end up shocking you, and some people that you think you thought you would never have anything in common with can turn out to be some of the best conversation. We all know that change is inevitable, although sometimes we want to be less accepting of that fact. There are some things that we wish will never change. For us, class of 2025, one thing I wish will never change is our bond with each other. Either going to different schools in different cities and different states will not dissipate the friendships and connections that have formed from our time here in Mead Hall. In 5, 15, 30 years, I hope that we are still close. I hope to hear about your nightmarish first-year roommate. I want to hear about your first serious job. I hope to attend your weddings. I want to hear how your kids are doing. I want to hear how you are doing, and not just because I'm nosy. There's no way to fully sum up what these years have meant to myself and to each one of us. That being said, Audrey Hepburn once said, "In gratitude and love I end. You have truly been a friend." Thank you.
Good morning, graduates, faculty, family, and friends. It is my honor to stand up here today as we celebrate this class's accomplishments from their time at Mead Hall. Today marks a significant milestone in our lives, one that many of us have been looking forward to for a long time. Even though at times it felt like high school was never going to end, each one of you pushed through and reached the end goal of graduating. First, I'd like to say thank you to my family, grandparents, teachers, administrators, coaches, and classmates for always pushing and cheering for me to be the best person I can be. You all have always put me first and supported me along the way. Without you all, I would not be standing up here on the stage today. Thank you. As a Mead Hall student, there are several milestones that are very important to us. As a younger student, I remember the jump from the lower to the upper campus from 4th to 5th grade being what everybody always looked forward to. The upper campus to us was a cool and exciting new beginning where we would have freedom and the ability to do many new things, like play sports, take drama class, and most importantly, get lemonade or sweet tea during lunch. 4th grade closing exercises almost felt like our own graduation, and it came with all the same excitement and nerves for the future that we have today. 5th grade hit most of us with new challenges and responsibilities that we did not have to deal with while on the lower campus. Many of my fellow graduates experienced the same thing with me, and I couldn't have picked a better group of classmates to go through middle and high school with. Although it's likely most of us will begin our own journey in life separate from each other, I know that each of us has what it takes to be successful in the future and move on from the upper campus to adulthood. Even as a child, I remember always being so excited to graduate. I remember being in 1st grade, wondering how I was going to have to go through 12 more years of school, not even including college. The end felt like a million years away, but now that we're here, I can't believe how quickly it came. Graduating really is a bittersweet feeling. I look back on the different moments with my classmates and teammates, whether it was a school trip, an intense basketball game, or just another day in math class, and I can't help but feel a little sad that it's all over. However, I know many exciting things are waiting for us in the future, and I'm proud to say that each of us has helped build a legacy at the school that will be remembered for years to come. We always hear how exciting and different our lives are going to be after high school. From the time we graduate to the end of our lives, we are now free to make our own decisions and choose what we want to do with ourselves. There's a great quote from Dr. Seuss's "Oh, the Places You'll Go" that all of you graduates should consider when choosing your path in life. It says, "You have brains in your head, you have feet in your shoes. You can steer yourself in any direction you choose. You're on your own, and you know what you know, and you are the guy who will decide where to go." The idea behind this is that each of you should be true to yourself. Behave according to your own beliefs, and do what you think is the right thing. Each and every one of you guys have the ability to do great things, and if you work hard and apply this belief to your everyday life, the sky is truly the limit. The world is an intimidating place. Outside of our little bubble at Mead Hall, I realize that there is a big world out there that we will soon have to face. I'm not going to ignore the fact that hardships are guaranteed as we grow older. However, through growing up alongside you guys the last 10 years of my life, I know each of you has what it takes to be great. When life hits you hard, hit back even harder. I'm going to leave you guys with one final message from the great Winston Churchill. He said, "Success is not final. Failure is not fatal. It's the courage to continue that counts most." I would like to say thank you one last time to my family, and all of the faculty and staff at Mead Hall who work tirelessly to help give us students the best education and opportunities possible. I would also like to for everybody to help give a round of applause to our 2025 graduating class. I know we will go on to great things. Thank you, and go Tigers.
Move to our presentation of diplomas. For our giving of the diplomas, I'll be joined by our middle and upper school head, Dr. Buck, our president, Dr. Jolly, and our board representative, Stephanie Ludwig. Nicholas Ryan DeJolik. Nicky DeJolik. He will be attending USC Aiken next year, continuing his studies there after completing numerous dual enrollment courses at USCA during his senior year. He did all that while pursuing his passion for gaming design. Nicky can often be seen working away in his spare time, designing various things for games. I catch him hanging out in the parlor, engrossed on his computer screen, oblivious to the swirling noise and movement around him. This is Nicky's superpower. He is intensely focused on his future and found his true passion early in life. It is a joy to witness. Nicky's senior project was on AI and how it has affected all of us. Mr. Smith noted that Nicky bowled over the senior project class when he made his first practice senior project presentation. He was really relaxed, conversational, informed, and made a convincing argument. In his classmates' comments, someone even called him the GOAT, the greatest of all time. He established an early benchmark for the class, says Mr. Smith. I was personally so impressed with Nicky's mastery of the subject during the question period of his senior project. He handled every question with ease and was well informed with the answers. Nicky is truly insightful and is quietly observing the world around him. He has a great love for Serbia and loves to sport cool Serbian uniforms around the school. He spent last summer in Serbia, and he will return this summer to spend time with his grandparents. Nicky was an active member of the bowling team and the Beta Club. Mrs. Dickey said that Nicky revealed his sharp intellect and wry good humor both verbally and in writing. He never failed to impress her with his sharp observations and creative interpretations. We will miss Nicky, and we look forward to playing his games in the future. Congratulations, Nicky. The class stand one more time, the class of 2025, and let us congratulate you. Turn to your parents. Will you all please stand for the blessing and recessional?
Thank you.